Welcome in to this abbreviated show where we are powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Even though we won't be on for very long, we'd love to hear from you on the special edition Zone Hotline, powered by the Sedora Law Group. Your outcome depends on what you do next. And if you stop by to say hello to us, don't forget to register to win ice cream for a year from Ted and Wally's. Ted and Wally's official ice cream of 1620 The Zone, celebrating more than 35 years with over 3,000 flavors. Benson and the Old Market, Omaha. Josh Peterson, Matt McMaster with you, and we won't be here for very long because game number 2 of the day will begin at 1:43. So those of you who are in your car right now wondering what's going on with Louisville and Oregon State, 1:43 and 1:20 pregame.
Nice.
Let's see. I think this is John and Gary and Happer on the field as I get my bearings on what's going on as LSU wins 9-5 in a game that took place over the course, Matt, of like 18 hours. How are you?
I'm great. I am bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to talk for 21 minutes as LSU moving on tonight in a rematch in what will be maybe not as hyped as the first time these Cats went around, because we actually won't know, but we're assuming we're not going to have the aces, right?
Wait, which Cats are you talking about?
Arkansas, LSU?
No, it's UCLA tonight and Arkansas. LSU, they're good.
My bad. I forget the loser. Look at me. I'm a dummy. Regardless, fun. UCLA, Arkansas.
Baseball.
Man.
Yeah, that game.
I forget that the winner moves on.
Hey, there's this guy who made a whole segment about picking the College World Series.
Yes.
And he didn't understand it. And he loves college baseball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's Nick Grimm.
But I like college baseball.
Okay. You were coming in hot.
I like it.
Coming in hot. I hate this sport.
I did not say that. I just got confused.
All right, so how are we feeling, Matt, about today? Because all week long we were saying Tuesday. And then actually Monday ended up being the bad day. There was a lot of rain, a lot of lightning last night. If you missed it, the game got moved to today after 3 innings played, which it was an eventful 3 innings last night, too.
They played. So it took them about, 2 hours and 2.5 hours to play 6 innings of baseball?
It took a long time.
So it was really a 3.5. Now, I know that there was a lot of pitching changes and they didn't have a starter and so on and so forth. And LSU definitely going to feel it because Anthony Heinsohn, they lose him essentially. And now maybe we'll see what they do with him. It'll be interesting to see what Arkansas does with Zach Root as well, because both of those guys are kind of in the same boat. Root threw 38 pitches. Heinsohn threw 44 pitches for LSU. And so now both those teams, those pitchers are nothing, right? That still has a wear and tear on your arm. But we'll see how both of those coaches handle that situation. But, UCLA – tough spot, to start that game yesterday, then to play in this, I wouldn't say emotional game, but they definitely weren't out of it, right? They had some opportunities to come back.
Absolutely had opportunities.
And they weren't able to cash in on them, and now they're going to have to reset in 3 hours. So 4 hours to get ready. And by the way, we don't know when they're going to play.
And that's the thing today. So as we talked about, today was the day that we were looking at and saying, oh my gosh, it's going to be really bad weather-wise. Well, we're at almost 1 o'clock, which is when the first game of the day was supposed to start. By the way, that's Louisville and Oregon State. So that one will be coming up within the hour. But we were wondering, okay, what's going to happen with the weather? As of right now, we're looking at, partly cloudy skies. Here in Omaha. You see a lot of blue, though, and it looks like over the next few hours, look, I don't want to make a guarantee about weather because people just yell at me.
Sure.
I think we're going to get this game in, though. I'm hoping, let's just say that, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to get the game in. It's tonight's game that I think we're really concerned about. And if so, does that mean another potential, not another triple header tomorrow, but another scheduled triple header tomorrow?
So currently, right now, Apple Weather says.
Oh, classic. I love Apple Weather.
It's going to rain at 5.
Okay. I mean, you can play in rain.
And it's going to rain, but it's going to thunderstorm.
You cannot play in
6.
You cannot. Oh.
And then after 6 p.m., we have a 50% chance at 7 p.m., a 40% chance at 8 p.m. So we could turn, and I do want to say this. A couple of days ago, it was going to rain right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And so it's been actually pushed back a couple of hours.
Yes.
So when we think it is going to rain. So still monitoring that situation. But like you said, you hope you get this game in at least.
Now look at this. Whopper asks, is the snow done? First of all, yes. I will guarantee.
I don't like it when you
no
do
snow.
that.
No snow at the men's
I got
college
mad
World
at
Series.
you when you did that.
You got mad at me?
Yeah, because you said in like February you were guaranteeing it was done. And I'm like, what a stupid man.
This hour presented by Union Bank and Trust. No matter where life takes you, you can always feel good about banking with UBT, member FDIC. At 1620 The Zone, powered by KRT Athletic Muscle Cream, providing increased performance to people who suffer from muscle fatigue and cramps, and by Cross Train Brewing, Nebraska fresh and always evolving. We take you to 120 pregame next hour on 1620 The Zone. This hour from the 75th Men's College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska is presented by Union Bank and Trust. No matter where life takes you, you can always feel good about banking with UBT, member FDIC. During our commercial break, Josh Hodson was kind enough to get me a water. Then we were having conversations with people from Coke about hydration, and that's a great reminder that the 1620 The Zone Hydration sponsor is Coke Zero Sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever?
Yes.
Take a taste. And finally, another reminder that we are now just 3 days away from Country Fest, which is back at the OBV. This Friday, OBV welcomes Walker Montgomery and special guests Casey Johnson, Kimberly Meyer to the Beer Garden stage. This is an all-ages show. Get your tickets at OmahaBaseballVillage.com. Josh Peterson, Matt McMaster. Look, we have 20 minutes left. What topics can we do in 20 minutes? I have one for you, Matt.
Yeah.
Diego Pavia is making people angry.
He's talking a lot of crap.
Diego Pavia, for those of you who don't know, is like the 30-year-old quarterback who is begging the NCAA to play. Get a job, Diego. Go get a real job.
You can make an argument.
He sucks, says that guy.
Go Vols.
Go Vols. Well,
he did crap on you guys.
Tennessee.
Yeah, that's what it started.
You ready for this? Tennessee fans, Nebraska fans, a rare handshake game between the two, because Diego Pavia, as the title of On 3 wrote today, eviscerates. Big Ten and confirms $4 million plus NIL offer from an SEC program. Now, we don't have to get into all of this story. Sure. We're just going to get into the part that matters most to our audience. He was on with the Bussin' with the Boys pod.
Yeah.
You know that pod. That's a Gen Z-coded pod.
Yeah, that
Bros
pod,
being dudes.
That pod definitely brings out the, I want to be cool and talk a lot of crap and get Taylor Lewan and Will Compton to laugh at me.
There you go.
Deal.
So he was on there, and you know where those guys went to school at, Nebraska and Michigan, which are in the
Big Ten.
Bingo. And so apparently Pavia, let's stop hitting our headsets with the bat there, Matt.
I'm going to put it down.
Pavia said this about the Big Ten. You want to play with the best. You don't want to play with the Big Ten. You wouldn't ignore those calls. You know that. Now, I haven't heard the audio. I'm guessing he was saying, you don't go to the Big Ten.
I think
it's mid.
Out of context, it doesn't sound great.
Oh, okay. Well, how does this sound then? But you've got to think about this, too. The SEC is like nothing. Like, okay, the Big Ten, you have Ohio State, Oregon. The SEC, it's like week after week. You're going to get beat on. The Big Ten, you're not going to get beat on with the Purdue, with Nebraskas.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Spicy, spicy, spicy.
Diego Pavia talks a lot of crap for a guy who plays for Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
He plays for Vanderbilt.
Now, I rooted for them against Alabama. Should I regret that last year?
Credit to Pavia, because in a way, he's made Vanderbilt football watchable, but Vanderbilt football's so bad that even him making them watchable, they're still a bad football team.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I don't think being an average, bringing Vanderbilt up to being slightly below average is a big of a
an accomplishment
as he thinks it is, because he's still at the bottom of the barrel of the SEC.
Yeah,
even though he is, an electric player and people like him or whatever. But I don't know, man. You ain't at the top of the food chain to be talking like that.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to get mad about this. My guess is he was leaning into a bit because he was talking to two Big Ten players.
That's
but
probably
man,
what it was.
Tough look for Nebraska that they've fallen into the Purdue tier.
Well, I think that's
why didn't he say Northwestern?
Well, because Northwestern won 2 Big Ten West titles. But
yeah, that's true.
Will Compton.
So did Purdue won one.
Well, yeah. Will Compton was there, which is probably why he did the Nebraska thing. I don't know. This is the classic June Twitter, let's get mad about something about college football.
Definitely.
Let's carry a news site.
There's plenty of stuff to get mad at with college football.
Sure, but this one, it's new and it's fresh, and we're going to carry it, and then
plus it's fun to get triggered.
And then, Diego Pavia will end up, losing at some point and be embarrassed, and Big Ten Twitter will come through.
Nice.
And, it'll be...
I don't even know Vandy's schedule.
It'll be like, ha, Diego Pavia sucks. And that'll be
at Virginia Tech in week 2.
Yeah.
At South Carolina week 3. They're at Alabama. Dude, Alabama is going to be so mad in early October.
Hey, Josh, you don't have to read the Vanderbilt schedule.
At Texas.
I don't care.
At Tennessee.
Hey, Josh.
LSU at home.
Josh, you don't have to read
I'm reading it, though.
schedule.
I read like 8 games.
No one cares about the Vanderbilt schedule.
I
mean, if anything, Diego Pavia, there you go.
Let's go, baby.
Arguably probably like ruined, college sports with the whole JUCO rule.
It's ridiculous.
Like that.
Get
Now,
a job.
Shout out Markel Sutton and shout out J.J. White of the Omaha Mavericks basketball team who, because of Diego Pavia, they were able to make a lot of money at Baylor and LSU collectively, so shout out them. But at the same time, it's dumb that you can play a year of JUCO and you don't lose your eligibility.
Jay writes, Vanderbilt bowl appearances since 2017, 2. Nebraska bowl appearances, 1.
I am not defending Nebraska. Seriously, I'm just saying. Did I say one thing about Nebraska being so much better? I didn't mention anything about the Huskers.
Those words.
I was just saying,
don't put it on the internet.
The guy throws a lot of stones from a glass house after winning 2 football games that mattered. You
don't want to throw stones in glass houses.
Well, congrats. He beat Alabama.
They beat Alabama. He's going to dine off that forever. And you know what? More power to him. If I beat Alabama as a quarterback.
You know what? We're talking about Diego Pavia now.
Got it.
So
see, and this is good for you. You learn how to say his name.
I've been saying Pavia forever. It's whatever.
It's okay. We are powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Come by the Zone booth inside of the Omaha Baseball Village for some chewy granola bars from Sunbelt Bakery. Sunbelt Bakery chewy granola bars, tastiest flavors under the sun. People are loving the granola bars. They keep stopping by. They keep asking, am I allowed to have one of these? And we say, yeah, take them.
Unless you ask Josh Otson.
Then he'll charge you $10.
$3 is
$3.
Actually what he decided was the cost. Yeah. Go Tigers, baby.
Go Tigers.
One hell of a win for that team.
John writes in, what is coming on in 20 minutes if the next game isn't until 2:45? It's 1:45 Central Time.
Eastern.
Hope it isn't one of the national shows. All they talk about is the NBA. No, we're taking you to pregame coverage. John Bishop, Gary Sharp, Connor Happer down on the field. That pregame coverage starts in just 12 minutes. It's almost time for baseball. Game 2 of the day coming up with pregame coverage in just over 10 minutes. Louisville and Oregon State. One team will move on. One team's season will come to an end. We'll come back and wrap up this rip-roaring show on the other side on 1620 The Zone. 1620 The Zone is powered by KRT Athletic Muscle Cream, providing increased performance to people who suffer from muscle fatigue and cramps, and by Cross Train Brewing, Nebraska fresh and always evolving. And the special edition Zone Hotline is powered by the Sedora Law Group. Your outcome depends on what you do next, where we got a text from Cody, who says, Matt looks like he is regretting life decisions today. You look great.
Thank you. I'm actually like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I'm ready to talk. I'm having a good time. I am okay. I'm fine. I'm actually rested. I was able to go home, take a little nap.
You didn't go home as early as I was hoping you would last night. You were talking to some baseball man.
Hey, Rich Hill is a nice guy.
I didn't say he was a horrible person. I just say he's a baseball man.
When you are able to hang out and just talk to a man who knows that much about baseball as a 16-year MLB veteran, you will understand why I did it.
All right.
I learned a lot about the game. I learned a lot about locker rooms. I learned a lot about how to build a good MLB roster. Like I said on my morning show today, because I brought up the story, Rich Hill, for those who know who he is, he's older guy, has been in the league very long time. Whenever he decides to retire, he should become a broadcaster and he even mentioned,
he talks.
He mentioned to me he was interested in becoming a broadcaster and that he is very good at talking.
You're going to get him on your show?
Things. Oh, we definitely could have him on our show.
I
have his number now. We might
there you go. You should. Wow, golfing together.
He doesn't know about it yet.
But
he's a big golfer.
But he'll probably be really interested.
Sure.
Probably be really interested. By the way, a correction. I would like to issue a correction.
Oh, what is this, PTI?
Nice. We need Stat Boy.
We need errors.
And our Stat Boy today.
If we had errors on some shows.
Well, you kept saying Pavia, so that would have been the
Pavia.
First. Pavia. Connor Happer.
Pavia. What is it again?
It's Pavia.
Okay,
Diego Pavia.
I said Pavia.
Connor Happer is today's Stat Boy because I erroneously reported that Connor was on the call.
You dummy.
Yeah, I blew it. It will be
idiot.
John Bishop, Mike Farron, and Gary Sharp on the call.
Gary!
And their pregame will begin in 5 minutes. And Mike Farron, look at this behind-the-scenes photo. Behind the scenes. He just posted a photo of John Bishop. John has had that polo for as long as I've known him. I've seen John wearing that polo for many, many years. Many years.
What's the deal with John Bishop?
I think his wife is always critical of his outfits because he's had like the same shirts for a decade.
And I want to be John Bishop.
You want to be John Bishop when you grow up?
I mean,
question. Do you want to be John Bishop when you grow up?
I don't have any interest in like buying all these new clothes or anything like that. Like whatever makes you comfortable and whatever fits your skin nicely and goes over your arms.
Whatever fits your skin nicely?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know, man. Just whatever fits.
Not whatever fits your body, but whatever fits your skin.
Yeah, because there are some fabrics that like give you rashes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and like you got to.
Sits well.
I can't wash with certain detergent because I have sensitive skin.
I had Accutane. I took Accutane when I was in high school because I had bad acne. Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm the one with I have acne right here now. It's actually growing.
I wasn't going to say anything. And because of that, one of the side effects, and I thought it was just going to be a side effect at the time, was dry skin.
Sure.
I will have dry skin forever. My skin is dry.
You're an ashy boy.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, my elbows aren't too bad, but, dude, my hands in the wintertime are gross.
My elbows are disgusting.
Those are a tough hang.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with those.
Neither do I.
Okay, well.
It's a tough life that I live. But I'm just saying, I want to be John, and the fact that John is comfortable in the clothes that he has, and he does not care what people think.
He definitely does not care what people think.
And I wish to aspire to be that one day.
But we do care what he has to say about baseball.
Yes, we do.
And
other things, though?
Not so much. We were right about LSU winning, even though it took almost a day to happen. LSU 9, UCLA 5. Another elimination game today. Matt, we have two of them. Well, hopefully. Louisville, Oregon State's the first one. Who ya got?
Louisville. I just think that their style of play definitely fits kind of the weather of what this ballpark has been. Now, I haven't been inside the stadium, but we do know that, we've had 6 home runs in 6 games or something.
Dude, it feels like 2013 all over again.
Like, it's just the ball is not popping around the park.
It's not going ping.
It just seems like if you can get down on the ball, if you can hit to all sides of the field, and you can get on base and you can make those opportunities count, you're going to win baseball games. And we saw Louisville do that exact thing against Arizona. So I think that Louisville, just right now, they got a good tempo, and I think they'll be able to pull off a win against Oregon State after they lost to them earlier in the series.
All right, I love it when we disagree. I'm going to go with the Beavs.
Beavers, baby.
Go
Tigers.
Give me Oregon State to pick up another dub in this matchup, and they stave off elimination. They won all the way back on day one, 4-3. I think they win a little bit more comfortably today.
Okay.
And then we're wondering where we will be comfortable tonight. Will it be sitting in this chair as we watch thunderstorms in front of us, or will it be on our couches? Or you next to Rich Hill for some reason again? Go to bed, Matt.
I hope Rich comes to the game tonight. I would love to hang out with him.
Go to bed, Matt. So we'll have that.
I wasn't going to bed. I had to get ready for a morning show regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, too, Rich Hill made a segment. So actually, I was prepping for my show.
Shout out Rich Hill. Reminder, Country Fest back at the OBV this Friday. OBV welcomes Walker Montgomery and special guest Casey Johnson, Kimberly Meyer to the Beer Garden stage. This is an all-ages show. Get your tickets at OmahaBaseballVillage.com. And this hour has been presented by Union Bank and Trust. No matter where life takes you, you can always feel good about banking with UBT, member FDIC. We will send you up to the broadcast booth. We'll be back on after the game and hopefully ahead of another game tonight, weather pending. And we will have updates, of course, all throughout the day right here on 1620 The Zone. But right now it's time to go upstairs where John Bishop and Mike Farron will be on the call. Gary Sharp down on the field for another elimination game here at the 2025 Men's College World Series, Louisville and Oregon State. First pitch coming up in 24 minutes. Enjoy the baseball. Enjoy the wind. It's very windy. Maybe that'll help on a hot day. And we'll be back on in a few hours. Talking ball, talking football, talking Diego Pavia.
Yeah, Pavia's going to have a great year.
And maybe talking Rich Hill. Who knows? For
you brought it up.
For Jake Janicek, Josh Hodson, my partner Matt McMaster, I'm Josh Peterson. Enjoy the ball. We will talk to you in a few hours. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.